Hello everyone, it's time to a norco. Ready? Which one was this one? Okay, where were we exactly? We're just coming out of the house. What's in my inventory? The coordinate letter and Catherine's ring. Okay. And we had to go to the lake. Right. Just slow down, kid. Just wash out up here. Oh, pretty. You continue to accelerate, but the truck stay put. Christ, Kay, what did I tell you? Can I recovery gear on this in this thing? Shit. We're on foot now, I guess. Looks like there's a fishing camp just up the road. If we want to reach the coordinates, we'll need a boat. But they got one we can borrow. Looks sunk in the mud. We're stranded unless somebody can pull us out. Okay, let's move to the fishing camp then. Hey, I know just where we at. That Pitchy Duhon's fishing camp. Me and my daddy more or less lived out here for a time. Old man Pitchy hated my ass. And that's the interstate overpass over there. There's a map on the bulletin board. Might have refreshed my memory. And I wonder who got to talk to get a ride in that boat. These coordinates we got are all the way out in the lake. Let's see the notice board. Let me take a look at this map right quick so I can get my bearings. Detective expects a map pinned to the bulletin board, tracing his finger along the bayous. Yeah, right, I remember this whole stretch from when I was a kid. They call this area Love Ranch. It used to be a no-fishing village up until a hurricane knocked it out of the lake. Pitchy's Camp was the only building left standing. That's where we are at now. The park near Spawn is just across the way. They named it after a plantation man from back in the old days. Then you got the interstate canal. The government dug that to build the interstate then. They let a whole lot of salt water into the swamp in the process, kill off a lot of the trees. That's how we ended up with the ghost bayous. Them just some old bayous without any trees left standing. The banks are without no roots to hold them in place, so you can't hardly see where you're steering your boat before you run into the ground. When just the government's fault though, long time ago they used to log these swamps for timber, left scars all over the place. Like the logging wheel, reason it looks like a wheel is because they'd park a big pull boat right there in the center. Then them guys would start chopping the trees down, going out in one direction, then another, like the spokes of a wheel. They call it a pull boat because they hitch the trees onto a big rope, and the boat at the center will pull the trees in. They had a drum on the boat about the size of a car. The drum would spin to wind up the rope. Big coal fire son of a bitch. My granddaddy told me it spit out smoke like you ain't never seen. And down there is the lower suction canal. Yay, suction. Lots of people died along that canal when the hurricane came through and took out the branch. They got people go scuba diving in there looking for treasure lost into the storm. It's always easy to find your way around the area. I think there's a map. And it looks like somebody's took a note to it. Let's see the other stuff first. Pitchy leaves. Got shells, Ranja clam shells, you're full of them. I stay in La Place, call or text. Book your ideal stay in Louisiana's natural wetland habitats. With short and long-term options available, you can live like a local in one of America's most mysterious regions. Swampaway is committed to sustainability. We believe in rebuilding Louisiana's wetland for a greener, more verdant future. But before the new year and receive a free snack pack delivery during your stay. Crabber's letter. Whoever been raiding my traps going to die, brah. The map details the southwest corner of the lake, the area that surrounds the lost village of La Ranch. And Garrett letter, a name that pins a hand-scrolled letter to the board. Yo, Garrett. Alright, again with these little dudes. We made us a John spawn on the northeast side of the lake for the launch. I ain't never heard of John spawn in my life. It's a mess over there. People have been posting about it online, driving out from the city to take pictures with the Ark. If you're coming from this way, the only road is through the Ghost Bayous. Open on the Apocryphon app and take a look at the map, and you'll see the blinking lights. Those marks the location of portals. When you dive through them, it's like snorting that stuffed ditch man scrapes off the urinal. It's a fucking nightmare. If you can keep your head on straight, the portals will take you to a light source. Each one will be a little different. Don't let it freak you out. Just be a cool Garrett and make those lines blink just like you see on the map. Do that and you'll get swamp vision, bruh. The ghost valleys will appear for you. Good luck. What? Yeah, my honest reaction to that. Let me see. What's that about? You see that? You hold the phone to the map and it shows little blinking dots. The one at the login wheel is blinking real fast. The one at the Trepagnier spawn is blinking slowly. We open around the map, see if there's more. Okay, so there's one there. There's one there. And there's another one there. So I'm assuming if it's supposed to be about the speed of the blinking, then it's logins wheel, then the lowest option, then the Pioneer spawn, and then I need to get to the interstate canal, and then I get to the Ghost Bayou. The Garrets are meeting at John spawn. They're on the fishing camp bulletin board. Instruct Garrets passing through to meet at John spawn on the northeast side of the lake for the launch. Okay. What are you holding up, kid? What do you make of the map at the bulletin board? This one right here. When you hold your phone up to it, it should blinking dots. The two dots blink the same. I don't know what to make of it. Did you pass your phone over the whole thing? There was a letter pinned to the map. Might be what I read. What are you doing? What are we doing here? Shit, I'm asking myself that same question. Relatable. But here's what I think. I think them little dudes named Garrett kidnapped your brother. I think they came out to the lake looking for something. Maybe it was the head they mentioned in the note they left at Doc's place. Maybe it was the coordinates of the distress signal. The one that Doc's gizmo was spitting out. I ain't got the whole picture pieced together yet. And now I got another note. The one they left on the bulletin board. They mentioned John spawn, wherever the hell that is. Have any? I guess. A man fishes from the dock. Evening. That your boat? Not mine. Believe the boat belongs to the camp. So they got the key inside of one of them units. I suppose they do. Let's go with them MBCK. See if we can get a key from one of them. Can you help us pull our truck out of the mud? You were racing down the leaf, weren't you? She was hitting every washout she saw. Wish I could help. I got a winch on my truck, but it's on the other side of the spillway. Peachy? You know Peachy Duhan, the old man who owns that camp? Sure, I knew Peachy. What do you mean new Peachy? You ain't seen about it on the news? Peachy been dead a long time, maybe 10 years. Come on. Yeah, Peachy's been dead, and he took several others with him. The man finally cracked. Damn, figure it might end like that for him. He was a bad dude. Did he say anything about me before he died? Brett LeBlanc? What? Anything bad about me? I don't think you understand what happened here. Peachy locked himself in that camp with 3 hostages and a pile of ammunition and refused to leave. Wasn't cause he was mad at me though? The hell kind of question is that? Forget it, so who's got the camp now? His grandson split the place into units and turned them into vacation rentals. All kind of people pass in and out now. Figure they don't have any clue what took place inside there. You know anything about that note on the bulletin board? The one with the name tag on it? All I know is that these boys been coming by taking pictures of that map with their phones. There are always interesting times passing through since they turned Peachy's place into vacation rentals, but these fellas are a different type entirely. Yeah, I believe it. Nice little flatboat. Might be able to get to them coordinates we found back at Duke's house, but the motor takes a key. Let's see, anything else? The interstate. The interstate 10 overpass runs over a dredged canal from east to west. Okay, that's everything. You need A and B. Let's go to B first. What kind of knock is that, Kay? You're not going to get anyone's attention knocking like that. You got to get wacky with it, knock fast. Open up! We got to use that boat right quick. The boat came with a rental, it's ours. Bro, let me just lay it out for you. This little highway rat right here is looking for her brother, you got me? We think he might be out there in the swamp. I wish I could help you, but we need that boat. Good luck. Nah, knock again. Okay, just keep knocking till you get a key to that boat motor. They'll get sick of us eventually. Hey man! Lord help me. If you need the boat so much, why aren't you using it? That isn't any of your business. We're trying to save lives here, brah. As we are. Save lives how? Through research, which this conversation is preventing me from conducting. Please leave. Good night. Look again. Just keep on knocking. I can do this all night. Hey, come on. Please, I'm begging you to quiet down. Listen, I think we can work something out here. Trout, my cousin Susie's ex-husband, he bought 4 or 5 gold doubloons from a Canadian guy in Mississippi. He buried one of them under his mom's house. I'm over there all the time. I keep a few car batteries in her shed. Been using them back at the office. The old ones, but they still hold a good charge. This is so nonsense. I can't let out that boat indefinitely, you understand? We need it. It won't be indefinite. We got coordinates from some little gizmo sending out a distress call. A distress call? My point at The door slams open upon mention of Duck's name. So, yeah, but your mind has this little gizmo. It's like, hell, I don't know, an answering machine, I guess. It kept spitting out these coordinates in the lake. What else did it say? Said it's got a distress out now, bruh. Something getting stressed out in the lake. Where are the coordinates? They're in the phone. It's a node. Figure you're right. And you two are just going to boat right up to it. Sure, boating ain't nothing to me. Been boating my whole life. Why wouldn't we? Because it isn't safe. What other option is there? It isn't safe, Abby. Sorry, I had to sneeze. Are you familiar with the neckboard that some call Super Duck? Duck's my buddy I was telling you about. Clayton Richard. Sorry. More sneezes. Yeah, Clay, good buddy of mine. Dallas, these guys look familiar. I never said I knew the source. Oh, Dallas is still alive, good to see him. Give him the key. Shit, really? That sure help. It's irresponsible. If we give you the key, you must do something for us. Happy to help. What you need? Take this. The one possesses a small handheld device. Meter. Hold it before the node, press the little button. Think we can manage that? And return it to us. That's it? That's it. Dallas? Yeah? The boat key. Give it to them. Okay. Dallas reaches the key to you. As he looks you in the eyes, a glimmer of familiarity lights his own. He says nothing. Settle, I suppose? That's right, it is. Wait, are you the old woman from the store? From like the super ducks? Like the place? Yes, what is it? Did you get my reading? What's all this about? I've been following the evolution of the super duck network for nearly a decade. I've never seen it behave like this. How so? We believe that it's dying. Communication across the region has been scrambled and erratic. Birds are dropping from the sky en masse. It's even affecting the local wetland habitats. I have reason to suspect that an old colleague of mine died prematurely due to exposure to one of these nodes. Who was your colleague? Why will that be relevant to you? Peter, please. He was pushed out of the academy many years ago for transcript fraud and plagiarism and harassment. She had a reputation for being irresponsible with her research and letting her personal grievances influence her findings. I once co-authored a paper with her on the fence line community of dimes, a vendetta against SHIELD and other commercial interests in the regional army at first. But in the end, I think her motives were laudable, and believe SHIELD is ultimately to blame for her death. But I also suspect that Superduck played a role. Her cancer was in remission the night that she was exposed to the Fat City node. Following that single incident of exposure, the speed of her relapse was remarkable. She was dead within weeks. I'm sorry, Dallas, but this is a reality you must come to grips with. Are you conducting this research for, by the way? My research is funded through a private donor. There's no need to get into that. I've been studying these wetlands my entire life. So you're talking about my mom. Stay safe. There's something in the air tonight. What do you mean? Doesn't matter what I mean. Just keep your wits. Just keep your wits up. A man in a trench coat and an elaborate bolo tie stares down at the carpet. What's up? So what's your role in this? I don't feel like getting into it. Been running jobs with Super for years. That's why Dr. Moore pulled me into this. My money's set up in Quack coin, and now with the network down, Quack's worth nothing. So I take whatever work comes my way. How it goes. Superduck is dying. A group of researchers at the fishing camp in La Branche have evidence to suggest that some event has led to the rapid decay of the Superwork network, and may have contributed to your mom's death. Your mom was in remission when she visited the Superduck node in Fat City. Following this exposure, her relapse was rapid and her death came soon after. The high-frequency radiation emitted by the Superduck node may have played a role. Man, we could have avoided this. Images cycled across the screen. Cypress trees, marsh grass, piers, and other details from locations scattered around the lake. Well, let's see. Look at that. It works. Let's take us a little ride. You heading to the lake? Yes, sir. You done much riding out there? All the time. Then you know what it's like. Most of the land has a roadway. Once you get past Interstate 9, you can hardly see where the water ends and the land begins. You're talking about the ghost bayous? That's right. The man turns his attention to you. You see what I'm saying? Can you explain? So what has been getting in all these bayous because of the channels they done cut through the swamp for logging, for building the bridge, for pipelines. This one's all chopped up. This vegetation don't like salt water, and the vegetation is what holds this land together. Once the vegetation dies, the land begins to erode, falls apart, dissolves into the water. So what I'm telling you is this. Once you pass beneath the interstate bridge out there, it's hard to tell the eroded land where all of the dead trees fell from the open water. You might run your probe over submerged cypress trees, not even get yourself stuck. Then how are we supposed to get through? The strange boys with the name tags that have been coming around lately, they seem to get through the ghost bayous just fine. They're always looking at that map. Maybe they know something we don't. And one more thing, if you got a sonar tracker on your phone, keep it handy. All kinds of stuff is hidden in this lake. Don't be shy about jumping in the water. You'll see some weird things down there, but it's just a trick of the light. Nah, they got ghosts in the water. Nonsense, don't pay that any mind. Been swimming in these bayous all my life. If you get an alert from that sonar, dive in and see what it's about. Okay, you ready? Might as well. Alright, okay, time to put our detective hats. You got your phone handy? Let's take a look at the GPS. There are two sets of coordinates at Doug's place. One we found scribbled on a letter, some that mentions your brother. Said they was searching for a head. Now, I don't think that's your brother said, that ain't what I'm saying, but I got a hunch all this is connected. The coordinates for that are on the northwest side of the lake. Maybe where they're checking out. The other came from that app on your phone. It was putting out some kind of distress signal. Looks like that one's coming from Eagle Spawn. But since the coordinates are past the ghost bayous, we want to get there, we got to figure out how to get through the ghost bayous first. You got that? No, you do the driving. I'm going to loosen my tie and relax. Dick. Something's going off. You feel they got something down there in the lake? Why don't you dive in and find out what it is? Why don't you? I'm trying to relax. Take my this is my off hours. But be ready. What the man on the pier said is wrong. They got ghosts down there. But now mind dove in the water to drive a pilot when he was building his camp. Said he saw his dead granddaddy swimming around dressed up like a race car driver. We tried to swim after him and got sucked down a hole and ended up at the pizza restaurant 20 miles away. That is my off hours. I'd hate to see something like that with the kind of hangover I got. You crash through the shallow depths of the lake as the swamp spins around you. You try desperately to regain a sense of direction, trashing further from the water's surface. You sink deeper into the bayou in this way until at last you emerge on the other side of the water when you find a near-perfect mirror of the world you left behind. The contours of the galaxy are alight in the sky above you. You've never seen so many stars. A man sits beside a kerosene lamp in the dirt of a palmetto grove along the bank. He rises to take a closer look at you. I watch this swamp from the treetops every night, but I never watch the water, he says. He reaches out his hand and helps you out the bank. In the shadows of the grove are other figures whispering among themselves. The whispers are above you as well, in the invisible crowns of the cypress trees. You're one of the Trebagniar's children, aren't you? Who? The man whose property you're on, he says. His arm stretches all the way to the river. He stares at you for a while longer and then above you to the opposite bank. Lucky you're not one of his kin, he has something coming his way. Someone from beyond the palmetto line whispers to the man. He backs away into the shadows. If you don't know this country, you'll need a light. The man joins the rest of the assembly and they walk deeper into the night, leaving the kerosene lamp behind. The light is sullen, unchanging. Don't know. The light pulses slowly, regularly, rhythmically. Return to the boat then. Hmm. Okay, let's jump there. As you fall into the lake, you watch the traffic lights of the overpass become like a mirage on the surface of the water. There is a sound of cars rushing above you, and then there is the sound of your descent, and then there is nothing. The lake and all of its sediment is infinite in its silence. It holds you captive and you are unable to move. Paralyzed in this way, you watch the dim suggestion of headlights cut across the bridge in their erratic cadence. All at once, an explosion of sound punctuates that vacuum of silence. For the smallest moment, the silence returns before a truck crashes into the water, sending a shockwave that releases you from the water's grip. The truck is sinking quickly, unnaturally, as if being pulled magnetically from below. You swim down to the vehicle. The headlights kill as you approach. The cab light flickers on. Blake sits in the passenger seat with a familiar look of distress. The driver's seat is empty. He sees you and begins to bang on the window. The cab freaks quickly, cutting the lights. You pull open the door and swim into the cab. As the pressure equalizes, you feel around desperately, your lungs screaming. The cab light awakens again to reveal an empty vehicle. Blake is nowhere. The light pulses slowly, regularly, rhythmically. The light blinks twice quickly and pauses for a moment before blinking again. The light stops quickly, blinking on and off at a rapid tempo. The light is solid, unchanging. You dive into the wreckage of an old fishing village. Wooden pilings are shadows against the dim light of the evening. The pilings are driven deep into the silt where planks and bottles and crab traps and stray pieces of tarp have coagulated into something whole. I wanna check the trash. You swim to the lake bottom and float beside the secretion of debris. A stray window rests among the trash, slightly open. Yeah. You swim through the window, discover that there is no water beyond it. No longer buoyant, you fall immediately onto a wooden cypress floor. You scan the area. You're in a cluttered living room, clean and well kept. The picture frames along the walls shake. The foundation of the home rocks. You look outside the window from which you entered. Rather than the depths of the lake, you see a torrent of wind and rain ripping across the open sky. Lightning cracks punctuate those furious sounds, and in the small crevices of silence there are screams. There is a door to your right that leads onto the balcony of the home. The world outside is a maelstrom. Water laps at the balcony, treading its foundation. You watch as willow trees floating along the bank of the bayou leave the earth entirely, sucked into an insatiable purple sky. In the distance, figures hug the crowns of cypress trees, screaming prayers into the vortex. Among those so stranded is Blake, who has lashed a rope around a tree and is holding to it desperately. You dive from the balcony and into flood waters and swim against the strongest current the bayou has ever known. When you emerge, there is no home, no Blake, no hurricane, only the infinite evening. LeBlanc waves from the boat that idles near the bank. "You good, Kay?" he shouts. You look at the cypress trees, and where the apparition of your brother clung only a moment before, a rope hangs from it, limp in the stagnant air. A rope. A light awakens from somewhere in the depths of the bayou. A rope. The light pulses slowly, regularly, rhythmically. The light blinks twice, quickly, and pauses for a moment before blinking again. Well, it is green. I wanna go to the end of the canal first, just to check if there's something there. Ow, 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 ow. Oh. A figure cuts an uncanny silhouette in the water. LeBlanc whispers, "Bruh, he's a big man. I always thought Doug was pulling my leg. Can't believe I'm seeing him with my own eyes. Doug says the fishermen around here bring him gifts so he don't steal the fish of their line." I can't believe the big man is real. Well, I can, I'm just surprised, really. Is there anything a little bit over here? No, it's just down here. Okay. You plunge into the logging canal and immediately find yourself tangled in the branches of a felled tree. You struggle to free your arm, no luck. As you pull, the tree pulls back until at last its force proves the stronger, and begins to drag you through flotsam and foam. It's impossible to see beyond the suspended sediment of water. In a sudden violent movement, a force pulls the tree into the night air, and you along with it. As you hug the trunk of the tree, you see before you a massive machine spitting smoke into the sky. The machine sits atop a barge. Mounted to the barge is a large drum that spins slowly and powerfully, winding the rope that grips the tree on which you float. You look to either side and see crews of workmen balancing upon pirogues, axing wedges into the base of cypress trees along the canal. Some pull the felled trees to the edge of the canal, while others paddle from danger as the towering trees crash into the water. You rest your arm from the cypress and climb onto the barge. A foreman stands upon the platform and regards you with a scowl as the barge begins to sink into the water. He points to the firebox at his side. "My dear, don't slow down. Don't slow down now." You look down on the pile of coal and the shovel beside the firebox, but now submerged as the boat sinks further. The shovel floats towards you as the water reaches the roof of the pool boat. The sinking boat settles upon the sealed bottom, and you find yourself floating beside the firebox while holding the shovel. The light of the firebox continues to glow, even in the depths of the water. The light is solid, unchanging. Show go. The light pulses slowly, regularly, rhythmically. Show more coal. Blink twice quickly, pauses for a moment before blinking again. Show more coal. There it is. Return to the boat. And now we can safely traverse that area. Yay! Ow. I'm really curious if there's anything else that I can find around here. You plunge into the water. You pass your hands through the increasingly obscure cloud of sediment. A stray branch shoots from a larger tangle of detritus. Two beds of line shine from the direction of the branch. As you make your way closer, you discern the shadow of a form. You pass your hands over it. Soft, almost gelatinous flesh, distinct ridge of a nose, the firm, unmistakable texture of teeth, glowing eyes hardened like glass. You raise the head from its hanging place and swim toward the boat. What you got there, Kai? A little treasure from the lake? You hang the head from its slouching tangle of hair and display it to LeBlanc. Dear sweet mother of Jesus. The head continues to rock gently in the wind. That's great, kid. Just put it down. What's with them eyes? LeBlanc stabs his fingernail on one of the eyes. Them eyes ain't human. He presses his thumb into the head, and the two glass-like orbs slip easily from the eye sockets. The head is entirely without the eye. Is entirely without eyes. Alright, playtime's over. We still got another set of coordinates to check out. Okay, that's the next one. Should be able to manage that pretty easily. Yeah, there is the eagle spawn. Barb. What? God's name am I looking at here? Bruh. I seen some big bald eagles in the spillway before. Nothing like this. It looks like somebody tore his eyes out. Well, besides discovering the sunken head, do you want these? You slot the eyes into the bed's empty sockets. Oh, it's the orb. Yeah, bro, what? The bird just puked out a floating ball. Mr. Peachy used to tell us all the time they got aliens in this lake. The hell's it doing to you? Almost looks like it's giving you a sniff. The sphere shrinks down and buries itself inside your coat. Whoa, now looks like you made a friend. Be careful carrying that ball around your pocket, Kay. Don't let it blast laser out of your eyes. Shit. Feel kind of sorry for the big bird, bruh. First time I seen an alien do that to a bird. All the heat coming off this thing starting to make my skin itch. Let's roll. Really just never seen an alien do that to a bird. Three Garrets guard the pass. don't share ropes and smudge foreheads awaken something in your memory. What's that thing, a playset? Yes, it's my little playset. What's it do? Whatever I want it to. Say, oh, I get one of them name tags. I like them things. It's too late. We're out. Just feel like we got pretty similar styles. I'm a little more of a bad detective type, you know? Like I got street smarts. You're more like a freak. Like you wear a chain wallet. But I feel like we'd be in the same band, on the road together. We get off the tour bus and people would be like, who's that guy and his little freaky friend? I don't know. I've already been around you 5 minutes. That seems like enough. Damn. Nah, we should do stuff like this more often, bruh. Hang out like this. I'm leaving the planet tonight. When you get back, then you're my kind of people. No more getting through this way. Ditchman's orders. Unless you're the ones with the messenger. You are the ones with the messenger. We found a head in the lake. Oh, so you found it. We were searching for a while, but we gave up. What the hell happened? John got what was coming to him. He took us for granted, wouldn't let us wear what we wanted. So the Ditchman popped his head off. And that's okay with you? Yeah, John sucked. Everybody thought so. The messenger. That's right, the big round thing with the juice in it. Oh, you're talking about the juice ball. Where's the juice ball right here? Can I show him? Show this little dude the juice ball. We're looking for my brother? Cool. You know a guy named Blake? Little loser guy, clothes on fit right? That lady's kid. Oh yeah, Jesus lady's kids. He's over at the Ark all tied up like a pig. You have to let us through. Not without the messenger. Ditchman says only the bearer of the messenger can pass. In this cave, we got to get through. They're holding your... Oh, I didn't mean to read that. Oh, it doesn't show that. I'm guessing it just says brother. I'm gonna delete that just in case. We wait the bearer of the messenger. Ditchman prophesies that she will pass through this very bayou with the messenger hidden in her pocket. We'll radio him after she leaves so that he may prepare her throne. Okay, got this big marble that shrunk down and hid inside her pocket. You talking about something like that? Yes. Okay, show him show him that ball you found in the bird's mouth. Wait until you see this thing. Show him, Kay. Superdoc is dying. A group of researchers. You infer that the network's decay is a result of a luminous sphere vomited out by a superdoc node in the lake. Okay. The head that you discovered in the lake belonged to a man named John. Once the leader of the Garrets, he was beheaded by Ditchman. Your mom saw something in the lake. Superdoc ate it. Maybe Superdoc consumed the vessel of life to gain power of wisdom, but it only destroyed the network in the end. The man in the ditch is the Garret's new leader. The man in the ditch beheaded Kenner John to secure his place as the leader of the Garrets and take control of the Ark. The man in the ditch... That's all. Okay. Now, I know that I can do something with the recording that I have, but I don't remember if it's here or something. Well, I don't remember. I don't know if it's here somewhere else. I know that you're supposed to play the audio recording to one of the Garrets. So I'm trying to think if I remember what that Garret looks like. Like, what did the... I remember it was Bruce, like, the message was there, but... I guess, I don't think either of these three might be Bruce, though. Like, I remember you. Like, you look familiar. Is that it? Its light is an origin and divine. I can see the crystalline texture of everything that surrounds me. Flood me with another kiss, I'm begging you. I'm on the edge. Just one more time, please, God. Wait, was it none of you? I mean, we saw Bruce at the party, so... Okay, fine, I'll... yes, Dude. There was a swamp and a lake and a refinery and Kay had no face, I am the one. There's a great coming apart of this world. Can you see it? The coming apart so that the light that was hidden in the salt can shine again. I am the sun. I was the one in the maw, I am the one in the swamp, but who will be in the swan and not fly your mother's corpse into the star as a benediction where prayers collide? Who would not follow your mother down the ditch if I were the light and if I were the man who presides over this night, this ditchman night, I am the one. So yeah, man, if we squeeze by right quick. What? Oh, you got the messenger. Nice, you can pass. Yeah, ditchman is waiting. Hey, rat! Yeah? Pray you to base, let them know the messages on this way. Come in, ground control, this is Dark Blinds. Ground control, come in. Garrett? Why is no one answering over there? Probably just prepping for lunch. You two are free to take your boat through this pass. As soon as we get someone from base on the radio, we'll let them know you're coming. Huh, they have crouton. I wonder, is there anything in this area? Oh, there is something. You sink into the shallow depths and begin the routine of dredging its bottoms with your fingers. Something wet and sponge-like distinguishing itself from the silt rather. You take it in hand and return to the boat. Having climbed over the gunwale, you observe the object that you discover in the waning evening light. Monkey returns your gaze, his eyes now empty of any knowing or evidence of life. You found another toy, Gay? Your rotting head needed a friend to play with, that's nice. There is no infinite stare left in the stuffed toy. You place him in your bag. Oh, I found Monkey. I'm so glad I found Monkey. Actually, now that I think about it, I remember reading something about some Mardi Gras beads. So I kind of want to look for those. I know that they're in the lake. Let's see. This map is terrible. I'm trying to find where they are, and did they just put like a map with no markers? There's something funny of like no, really, did I not put any markers on this, or am I insane? Oh, wait, I see them now. Okay. Well, that's gonna take a while to get there, but I'm willing to. Just Okay, that's where the Mardi Gras beach should be. Okay, we're gonna go all the way back there. Like, I believe the entire thing is like getting some Mardi Gras beads and giving it to the Gator Man. Why Mardi Gras beads? I don't know. Uh, oh, that was the wrong side to get to this fast. Oh, not here. Oh, it was the other side, okay. The next intersection. You plunge into the canal and sink to its shallow depths. You begin to dredge the silt with your hands, trash, soda cans, debris of blown up tires. You find among the refuse a large plastic bag of decorative Mardi Gras beads. You grab the bag and kick up towards the boat. Okay, and now time to go straight up to the Gator Man. The big man. The big man that lives in the Gator area. Ow, 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 ow! No, not my boat! The big man pauses from sweating for fish to watch your boat idle by. Throw the Mardi Gras beads into the water. The big man dives into the water to retrieve the beads. When he emerges, they hang around his neck. He wades several feet towards a nearby island and riffles through a pile of flotsam before disappearing into the water again. He re-emerges near the stern of the boat, hands you a slight object from his collection, and swims away. Damn, bro, big man pretty cool. I know, big man pretty cool. I think that's everything important here. I might as well return the stuff to these people first, since I'm already here. Yes, what is it? Did you get my reading? Return meter? There's no data register on the meter. Go to the note like we agreed. What? Didn't I do what I had to do? Oh, I'm dumb. I didn't do what I had to do. I completely forgot that's what the meter was for. Hehe. Ah, well, let's go back then. Ow.
Keith Scorner. Here's Keith.
What? Kids in the ring. What an evening it has been in Norco, folks. I just left Shield's exclusive carnival ball where Laura St. Clair was found dead in her office. And the corpse of disgraced academic Catherine Medea, no friend to the St. Clair family, was exhumed from the Red Church Mausoleum. Some believe the freight mover fire at Shield was the work of oil pirates. Thomas St. Clair was in attendance at tonight's Shield Ball. Who is Ditchman? St. Clair's murder under investigation. Infamous local researcher's body has been exhumed from Red Church Cemetery earlier today. Kenner John has gone missing. Lucky is still on the loose. A war is brewing among the Garrets of Promenade Mall. Okay. Okay, that's all of the messages like out there. Coincidence? Kid sure doesn't think so. To top it all off, the charismatic social media influencer Kenner John has announced that tonight he will be launching a homebrewed spacecraft from right here in the LeBranche wetlands. John and his disciples were able to erect this engineered behemoth in complete secrecy despite sitting squarely in the flight path of Armstrong International Airport. Damn. Just here and there? Not quite. An inside source tells me that a war is brewing among the rival factions of Kenner John's disciples, the infamous Garretts, and a familiar figure named Ditchman has emerged to challenge John's reign amidst the discord. And John, rarely caught off stream, is nowhere to be found. Who will win the war of the Garretts? Who killed Laura St. Clair? Was it the same culprit who exhumed the recently entombed body of Catherine Medea? Nah, she committed suicide. Where is Kenner John? Will he manage to get his junker off the ground? You only have one person watching. Don't worry, kid. I feel you. Keep your eyes on the ring, because Kid's got him cornered in Kid's corner. Okay, that was silly. Wait, I wanna check something. Was it? Oh yeah, that's a Zuckerberg dog now. I prefer Fuego though. The Ark. Your mom was investigating reports of construction in the lake before she died. You determined that the unpermitted construction in question was related to a spacecraft deep in the wetlands that surround Lake Porter Train. Like, I can't pronounce it. Let's see. What a circus! What do you hear about it? Text from a friend. Did you bring a kayak or anything? Someone let me float over on the raft. What about you? Inflatable mattress? Worth it. I'd do anything to watch these little shits explode. Greetings. Hi, Roll. Why does that name follow me? Why does that name haunt me? Why? Why does that name haunt me? I ask. No, seriously. The costume figure keeps his attention focused on the distant crowd. You Garrett? No, these Garretts, I've never heard of them before tonight. I came here with a group of others from Shield's Carnival Ball. Police and private security were swarming the facility as I left, a disturbance of some kind. A perfect evening to launch a rocket with the cops already tied up at the refinery. What happened at the refinery? Another attendant of the ball said there was an explosion, though I didn't see or hear anything from within the Good Hope plantation. Perhaps we'll find out more on the evening news. And so here I am, from one circus to the next. This rocket, these people, what do you make of it? They must have a death wish. Maybe they want to leave or are willing to risk death for what they believe. That's not so uncommon. For a moment I waited for that and listen to this. Pale Garrett. I always wanted to be a Garrett. I never installed the app but never I installed the app but never could find the readings. I follow those guys online. They never follow me back, but that's fine. Starting to think all the Garretts may die tonight. Might I? Why? This whole thing is a huge mess. No one knows who's steering this ship. Literally, half the Garretts defected. The rest seem to be losing their minds. I hear the Garretts inside the Ark. The engineers are holding it together. But this isn't what space travel's supposed to look like, is it? A bus like this? Seems bad. So we're looking for my brother? Who's your brother? Guy named Blake, little rugged dude with bad facial hair. We think these rocket freaks kidnapped him. Whoa, I don't know anything about that. This picture just gets worse and worse. I got to be coming out to the lake more. They got a big monster birds, aliens, spaceships. Bruh, they got it all. How did those goofy mob freaks build something like this, man? It doesn't make sense. Oh, it's a crow person. What I hear is S.H.I.E.L.D. gave Ken or John a bunch of money and he hired a team of engineers to build it. No way. Just what I heard. I heard it was crowdfunded. Then who do they keep it secret for so long? No clue. Friend of mine knows a Garrett. He said they hired contractions for part of the construction but designed the whole thing themselves. Can they even fly it? No way in hell, that's why I'm here, to watch these zip ships blow themselves up. Come on, Rico. What? They're Nazis. They're not Nazis. Yeah, they're not Nazis, they're just impressionable dorks and also fascists. They squatted a mall and built a rocket. What have we done besides drink at St. Somewheres every night? Garretts are cool. We're the dorks. No, girl, they're literally like fascists. The idea's bold, okay? Hey, welcome to the party. Why are there so many people here? I was wondering that myself. A friend of mine saw something online about the little mole Nazis trying to launch a rocket. We weren't doing anything else, so we came to see for ourselves. Guess word got out. How did you get out of here? Oh yeah, that part was a mess. The rocket nerds tried to build a road from Kenner into the lake by dumping a bunch of oyster shells in the marsh. As soon as cars started using it, the road sunk straight into the water. A friend of mine's car is sitting half floated at the parish line. But all these other people drove in from the city with kayaks, canoes, inflatable rafts, what have you. We parked in some neighborhood along the lakefront and walked as far down their janky road as we could until some guy in a ski mask picked us up on a raft made out of, like, action figures and stuff. No clue we're getting back. How we're getting back, rather. Wow, I'm in the swamp. This is unbelievable. The majesty of this place, it's so inspiring. Swamp's pretty cool. We was just taking a dive underneath the bridge and found us a whole cart on there. You're a diver? So you're like a real swamp person? I've been in these swamps my whole life. My daddy used to make us shift shit off the boat. Oh. Said we was chumming the waters. Yeah, that would be my reaction too. The ground beneath us is sinking as I'm standing here. Of all the places to build a rocket, why do it on a rotting island in the swamp? These people are idiots. We're trying to get inside the rocket. There are lots of people trying to get in. Some of them are just spectators who want to take a look around. Then there are the men posted at the camp on the east side of the rocket. They seem to have more sinister intentions. And of course, there are all the lower garrets who've been locked out, intentionally, I'm sure. Wish I could help you. Someone around here must know a way in. What a costume. We were at at Shield's masquerade ball this evening. We left just in time. I heard from others that police surrounded the refinery a few minutes later. What happened? There were reports of gunshots. Sounds like the work of oil pirates. No doubt this will escalate the manhunt that's underway for Lucky. You think you'll find him? Absolutely. Clear Bionics runs the elite security operations for S.H.I.E.L.D. Their drone fleets can find anyone anywhere. It's only a matter of time before a drone sends a bullet through the pirate's brain. How do you know? I helped to secure the contract with Clear Bionics. I did my homework. I don't think Lucky knows what kind of enemies he's making. Will his son find out? Operators commands. Hey, I've got nothing to do with any of these. Then why are you here? I've been helping conduct some research in the lake. There's a team with a base station in La Branche. They rented out an old fishing camp and hired me to set up their monitoring equipment. I was doing my routes, checking the cameras, when all of a sudden people swimming up to my boat, swimmed up to my boat out of the darkness. They climbed in, nearly flipped my flood boat right over. They commandeered the thing, took the key, rose out here. Now they're lost in the crowd somewhere partying. How will you leave? That's what I'm standing here asking myself. What research are you conducting? A viral network has infected many of the trees in the area. Some of the cypress roots have taken on an iridescent quality to become more electrically conductive. The whole swamp is becoming a kind of brain, to put it bluntly. But something has changed in the past several weeks. The more conductive cypresses are dying. We're seeing rapid erosion of subsidence of the land at their base. The viral network, whatever it is receding. What's causing it to recede? The data suggests a shock to the system. An extremely high electrical charge overwhelmed its circuitry. Maybe it was lightning. Maybe she'll intervene. Maybe it was something else. We don't know. Great. More hipster scum just showed up. I'm not with these people. How did this happen? This was supposed to be a small ceremony for Garrets only. Now it's overrun with smug cockhead scum. And to top it off, I can't even get into the Ark. They tightened security once the downtown crowd showed up. Now you need a keycard to get in. Who has a keycard? The engineers and the security Garrets, but the engineers are all inside getting ready for liftoff. Nobody cares about a regular working Garret like me. Let's wait to get up. You too, huh? What's wrong, buddy? Everybody just loves the costume. You know what? That's all people like you do, is wear a costume. Every day of your life, you put on a costume and hope someone notices. I'm wearing this outfit for me. For me, okay? What happened to the color shirts? We get to wear whatever we want now that Ditchman's in charge. Bro, y'all are a hood. I love you guys. I hate scum. I love Garrets, man. I just love them. Okay. Okay, so that's the entrance. John Ponce is here. That's a fishing camp. Okay, let's see. Where's each man? Where is he? The minute he shows his face, we're gonna smoke his ass. Damn, you hear that, guy? They want to kill the rich man. Who would fly to space with these Garret dudes? A lot of people, apparently. How's it going tonight, folks? What happening in this corner? We're waiting on Ditchman to show his cowardly ass. And what happens then? Well, the man gestures to the sniper position on the roof of the camp. What's it look like? Yeah, ain't exactly hidden, bruh. Ditchman thinks he's immortal. We're here to rid him of that notion. Damn, you hear that, guy? They want to kill the Ditchman. Yeah, I know. I like this area. These dudes ain't messing around. My kind of people. Okay, I think we checked everything but the shipping container. Keep filming this freak. I just know he's going to snap. Oh, totally. The other Garrets teach him, and he doesn't even realize it. When even the Garrets can't stand you, that's when you know you're the fucking worst. An armed man watches over the area from a launcher perched on the roof of the shipping container. Hi, are you here for the lift-off? I can help you. What kind of Garret are you? I'm one of the original ne'er-do-wells who have constructed a starship in the swamp. I'm virtuous and immortal, much like our anointed leader Ditchman. Ditchman? What about John? John, I recall upon hearing his name. John is a blasphemous fool who wears sneakers while demanding that the Garrets walk out of the earth discalcet. If I had his head, I would have waved it around in honor of the anointed one. Well, shit, I think we got his head in case back. If you're serious, give it to me and I'll show you how serious I am. If I had John's head, I would probably wave it in the air, announcing God's triumph over the wild snake. We are the Garrets of Ditchman and we hate John. Okay, so you're gonna say that no matter what I say. Yeah, I have the head. Is this John? His head. I have his head. Just like Ditchman. Just like him. Like Ditchman. Like Ditchman. John's head. John's head. Everyone please listen. I have conducted the service of the Lord. Karen needs to put the head down and stop saying he's Ditchman, bruh. If those guys across the yard hear him say that, they'll kill him. We want to get into the rocket? Well, you can. Only Garrets are allowed inside the Ark. If you want to fly to Mars with the cool guys, then you should have earned your badge a long time ago. I'm the only one around here with a keycard to get in, and there's no way I'm lending it out to scum like you. I'm not scum, bruh. You're scum. I can tell. All you people have rich parents, so why do you rest like hillbillies? Bro, Kai's family don't have shit. There's some seriously pathetic people. I promise you, it's like embarrassing. LeBlanc, she's scum. That's it. End of discussion. Just let us go take a peek in that rocket. I always wanted to see inside a spaceship. Nah, bruh. Come on, bruh. Nah, bruh. Are you an elite Garret? Well, yes, I am an elite Garret. I'm the original Garret, but John never let me be a Garret because I couldn't find his stupid reading. So, are you a Garret or aren't you a Garret? I'm a Garret. I'm the Garret. Then why it says Gooch on your name tag, bruh? When we get to Mars, all the others will be Gooch, and I'll be the only Garret. Puppy promised. I ain't even going to ask. Who are the guys across the yard? They're some old friends of John's. They showed up when they found out Popo was trying to take over the Ark. Hold up, Popo? What about Ditchman? Popo is Ditchman. Popo is Ditchman? Duh. Holy hell, it's all making sense now. Those guys across the yard are looking to kill Pop. If they hear Garrett shouting that he's Ditchman, they'll kill him. What? I'm doing something in here. What are you doing? What's it look like I'm doing? I'm running ground control for Major Tom. We got an Ark to launch. Please just let me focus, please. There was an upper barrage shield. I'm dying here. Stop knocking. You know how low that is? I got a bad enough hangover as it is. Well, you're Bruce, so... He said that? My dad really said that? Why couldn't he just tell me that himself? Telling someone how you really feel is hard sometimes. He did nothing but criticize me my entire life. Never a kind word. I'm sure he loves you, kid. Those old timers just don't know how to talk. I shouldn't be here right now. I should be home. This thing's just going to explode anyway. Bye, assholes. Thank you! A tangled mess of electronics and display monitors cluttered the interior of the container. I am the one they call Ditchman. I have taken the head of Kenner John. I made him suffer. He did not walk discalced as a desert father should. He wore sneakers. Garrett, yeah, okay. That's the same. And there's nothing... There's no one here. How's it going tonight, folks? Okay. Where's Ditchman? Where is he? The little dude on the shipping container screaming his head off about being Ditchman. Better hope those dudes don't hear him. Seems like they mean business. Oh, okay. Have to record him. This is my kind of place. Where you think up to be a Garrett? This one is Papa? You heard it too, huh? It all makes sense. The old dude had a weird obsession with your mama. Now he's out here with all these freaks. Don't get me wrong, they're pretty cool. You got to be cool to build a spaceship. But the old man thought your mama was kin to Jesus. Now that she's dead, doesn't surprise me he turned his attention to Blake. Nutty stuff. How are we supposed to get into the rocket? I got no clue. Let's go talk to some people, see what we can piece together. Well, I assume that I can do something with this. Where did I hear him saying that? Looks like I mean business. Okay, maybe you're the one who needs this. It's him. Where's he at? Up there on the shipping container. Knuckle. Sup, Chuck? Got a position. Where's he at, Chuck? Up on the shipping container. Give him a little warning shot, why don't you? Say no more, Chuck. Give the target a little scare, Chuck. Great work. And let's see how that ended. Where'd everybody go? One little gunshot and the place clears out. They shot Gooch! They shot Gooch! They were trying to shoot me! Where are they? Go away! Go away! They'll see me here! Just go away! We're hot. Cause this sucks. This party started to make me freak out a little bit. The Bedhead? You again. You follow the mayhem, don't you? Who are you? I'm a man dressed as a bird, standing at the foot of a monument to stupidity and death. And you are a young woman with her face floating indefinitely through a world stuck in time. What about me? Do me. You, detective, are a lout who sleeps beside a toilet. Perhaps you work beside it as well, though there's been very little of that lately. You fear being alone with your thoughts, so much so that you'll talk endlessly just to draw them out. Damn, bruh! Thought you was going to give me a fun one. What fun is it being you? Damn. Burp. What brings you here? I've been following along. Birds always watch, haven't you noticed? Following what along? The affairs of this world are far lanterns that you could map in the darkness of your mind. The mental lights will illuminate and they will shine for a while. But then they will burn up all of the oxygen inside of your skull. Oh, where are you at Shia, by the way? Because my daughter works there. It's the one night when I may visit her without being seen. Are you? Thomas LeBlanc? Gooch writes in pain from a good gunshot wound. You approach the injured guard as LeBlanc begins searching through his pockets. The hell is this? Get off me! Hey, he's shot, man! You tried to pickpocket a guy who just got shot? Yeah, bro, guess I am! Someone needs to do something. Someone? LeBlanc turns away from the man in the hat and places one hand on the injured guard's shoulder while continuing to dig through his pocket with the other. Just rest, kid. Help's on the way. You called an ambulance? Nope, but somebody probably did. LeBlanc finds a card in the guard's back pocket and slipped it into his own. Good luck. Hee. No, seriously, are you Thomas LeBlanc? I guess that would make sense. The man in the ditch is Popo. The man in the ditch is Popo, former Norco resident who believed that your mom was at the center of Jesus Christ. God forbid anything is normal and not weird about that. Well, we're here. A keycard scanner. The panel flashes green. Looks like it worked. It's always been a little dream of mine, getting to tour a spaceship. Looks like a legitimate operation in here. Everybody hard at work. Wonder if they ever know about all the madness happening outside. The ball! Hey, alright, your little buddy came out to play. I didn't know any better. If I didn't know any better, I'd say that thing was making eyes at you. This is a little blinding, sweetie. God damn, wish somebody would kiss me like that one day. What you was doing while that thing was in your pocket? Okay. Okay, you're right. You're not looking so hot. But shaky knees that keeps whip you off your feet. Oh god, that. Maybe you just need some fresh air. Should we take a walk? Or maybe what you need is Agnes. Want me to dim the lights? We can find somewhere dark to walk, like the canyons of the moon. Think they got sidewalks on the moon? I bet they glow at night just like the ghost bayous do. The ghost bayous glow to show you where to go. Maybe everywhere that you need to go just glows. You alright, kid? You alright, kid? Alright? Now that happened. Um. Oh, it's the robots from before? Oh, it's self-healing, it's not healing for everyone, okay. I have no idea what's going on. Like, absolutely none. Oh, it's super duck? Oh. Okay. Where's my brother, by the way? Like, we've been looking for Blake this entire time. Statue towers above you, arms extended, appendages projecting out like the naked shafts of feathers. Standing on Shepherd's Watch. Look out. The detective is slouched against the railing, bleeding from several wounds. Who puts a balcony in a spaceship? What happened to you? Tried to tell you. Turn around. Why didn't you listen? You can't get out of here. Go. Just go. You was running around down there, just punching walls, knocking shit over. Eventually I lost sight of you. Came up here to find you, but the old man... Shit. I'm bleeding out. I can hardly keep my eyes open. Let's get you up. No, don't touch me. Just go. Listen, okay? You see... God, don't tell him I got killed by some old perverted son of a bitch. He might think that's funny. Tell him it was an animal, like a big raccoon. Well, not a raccoon, just... He drove seen out of consciousness. Just don't say it was an alligator. He always thought he knew the swamps better than me, and... Hell, I really think I'm dying, Kay. He takes hold of your arm. I can see the light and everything. Detective's breathing slows. He blinks, his face twitches. And a few moments later, he releases you from his grip. Detective is nudged against the railing. Okay, that's the Shepherd's Watch. Shield lights the distance beyond the lake. Listening. Huh. Let's go through this one first. Is it different if we go through the other one? You wander into the unlit hallway. The door closes shut behind you. The darkness that surrounds you is total. Oh, okay. You trace your steps in the darkness. The door automatically opens automatically as you approach. Right, let's not do that. Let's do the place that is actually light up first. Just in case. Just in case something terrible happens. You slide a piece of paper from the envelope that rests on the desk to find a crudely drawn sketch of your family. That's... St. Clair. Okay, did you come to watch the flames with your popo? I hope you don't mind me being here instead of this blessed memory. The refinery at night is just so splendid, isn't it? And it shines still more beautifully in your mind. Thank you for allowing me to visit, if only for a moment. I hope we might have a word together before our journey begins. I've lived many lives. One of them I lived in this town. I watched them build this place. I watched the plantation land become machine land. No one minded me being here, waiting for all the pieces to assemble. Time bombs are time machines. They release the future into the streets. This refinery was a time bomb with or without me. It took less than it might seem to unstick the future from its snare. I shaved a little hole in a pipe elbow. I left a servo motor behind in a box of treasures to help it strike. Little things, little boxes, little bits of rock. That's all it takes for a town to explode. And just like John, Blue was gone. No trouble for us anymore. What are you? I am what they say I am. I was never young. I walked the eons. I came upon the tar seeps of those desert wastes, and across depths and oceans to this place, cast from each illusion of hope, a promise I kept with a young man. A kingdom for this earth it could never be. We sat all of us in the shed among the figs, where the stars shone through the rafters. She who carried his seed pointed there and said, "Oh man, you live forever. Lead his children there. His kingdom awaits them there." And so I will, you see. You're lying. I would not lie to you, Kay. About this, I would not lie. Yeah, why my family? Because you are the last of his line. After you, there will be no more. There is something your grandfather knew. He tried to tell others, but they only laughed. As many do when confronted with the truth. What did she find? A messenger. A vessel of God's light. An angel. It will guide and protect us as we fly. I have made the room nice for you. When you enter, I will be there, and your brother will be there, and your mother as well. Your seat is prepared at the foot of her throne. Sit when you enter, child. We will leave the scenes of this world behind. I don't trust like that. Look, I don't trust like that. See, I don't trust like that. I just don't. What changed? Let's see. Popo. A man in the ditch believed that he walked alongside Jesus Christ and was instructed by Mary Magdalene to deliver Christ's descendants to the stars. He has beheaded Kenner John, hijacked his homebrew spacecraft, and kidnapped your brother to complete the task. He claims to have planted a bomb in Shield's catalytic cracking unit, causing the explosion that killed your father many years ago. You know, now I understand why so many of like the Da Vinci Code jokes, because the entire plot of the Da Vinci Code, for the people who don't know, involves the idea that Jesus Christ had children with Mary Magdalene. Which is not an uncommon thought if Jesus even existed, which we don't even know, and most people tend to assume that most people. Historians assume he didn't exist, like there's not even a historical Jesus Christ, no offense to any, Christians and Catholics. Because the Romans kept, like, very well documented who they, killed. Like, they actually had a lot of paperwork for that kind of shit. So since there's no reference to any Jesus, we don't know if there's even a historical Jesus Christ. It is possible that there is a historical Jesus Christ whose name just happens to not be Jesus, because Christ is a title. It's not a name, it's a title. But at least by the records the Romans left, they never put on trial and or killed anyone named Jesus around the time that supposedly he was, crucified. So there's no reason to believe that there's a historical Jesus Christ. Your mom saw something in the lake. Papa once said, Papa believes the orb will guide your family to an extraterrestrial Christian civilization. Okay. That's probably the funniest part of this. Okay, time to go to the other side. You wander into the unlit hallway. The door closes shut behind you. The darkness that surrounds you is total. Continue down your hallway. You take small steps, your hand running along the wall for guidance. No trace of light anywhere in this corridor. Your steps become lighter, your feet press soundlessly upon the ground. A few steps more and the ground begins to soften like fabric. The wall becomes pliable as you drag your fingers across it. You scramble to return to the door and find yourself floating. You're floating, Kay. There's no gravity here where you are, in this vacuum. There are no walls, there is no ground. Beneath you, if you stare with patience, you can see the curves of the Mississippi River. You can see the ponds and canals and lakes of the Gulf of Mexico. The refinery is alight in your eyes and in your lungs. The suburbs are alive tonight. The suburbs are alive. The city can't be described tonight. The city can be described. The coastline opens wide tonight and the bayous hide. Your house is silent tonight. You leave it behind tonight. You sleep from the endless evening and return to a delirious dream. Let's walk through this house one last time as the flood waters rise. The humidity presses in. The refinery bleeds through the window. You place your feet onto the carpet, drenched. The pumping station has failed again. Your mom will pull this carpet up again, the ditches will fill again, and there will be no hiding from the floods in death or anywhere else. Look out the window. The wrens weave in and out of the night. They glow unnaturally. They speak in signals about each move you make. They watch closely after you look away. Peruse books. Will you make it out alive? Maybe. Thank you, achievement for saying maybe. You will live and your brother might live as well. If you choose to save him, you'll drive the boat to the lakeshore in Kenner. You'll walk to the Interstate 10 on ramp on Williams Boulevard. He will follow you, speaking in frightened and frustrated sighs. You'll say nothing to him as his cries become frantic, his face a mess of tears that leak out the red beads of his eyes. You won't return to this house with him. You'll never set foot in here again. You'll walk for miles back towards Texas until a man trailering horses gives you a ride. You'll take a job washing dishes for a while in El Paso while those little wars rage on in the desert. You'll join a caravan there and return to the pointless skirmishes and the shouting and chaos and fires and all the many stars for your refinery eyes. Again and again you'll survive, alone, no cell phone, no messages from home, no Blake anymore, no mom, no million, no stuffed monkeys, not even friends from the war. You'll know he's there in Salt Lake because his smile is unmistakable, though he has grown younger with time. He'll watch you leave the diner in no hurry to get up and follow behind. That's how it will be for you, alone with only the highways and the immortal man in your wake. Monkey. Monkey smiles at you, his eyes widen and widen. All that remains of Monkey are his eyes. Move, living room? Your mom sits on the couch of the living room, staring out the window. She doesn't acknowledge you when you enter. Sit beside her. You sit down on the couch and force her attention. When she turns to you, the indifference drains from her face. I wish you'd have come just a little sooner, she says, and takes your hand. I thought maybe we'd have breakfast together or something. I actually dreamed about it. I wanted to. That's what I'd hoped, she smiles. You said you wanted to. She hugs you awkwardly and kisses you on the forehead before wiping tears on her sleeve. She looks down at her feet. It's flooding. You nod. Alright, well, I should... She gets up without another word and walks out of the room. The refinery explosion plays on the television when you get up to leave. Bathroom? As you enter the bathroom, you find yourself all at once inside of the shower with water raining down on you. You cut the water and exit, toweling off in a hurry as you approach the mirror. You wipe the steam from its surface to see yourself for the first time. You have green eyes and coarse hair, curled wildly at its ends. You look like your mom did at your age, like in the pictures when she smiled beside Blue. It's a small scar above your left eye. You step away from the mirror, but the reflection remains. You finish drying and throw the towel into the flood water, dress, flip the lights, and leave the room. Your reflection in the mirror decays in the bulb's afterglow. A distorted face, pinpoint eyes, and a hairline mouth wills itself to survive. Catherine's room? The water is to your ankles now as you step into the room. There's not much here. A bed, a lamp, a notepad, a little picture of your parents. Look at picture. She's young, perhaps your age, long brunette hair, olive skin. He's looking at her with an amused expression, his denim shirt smeared with rust. She leans against him, her head on his shoulder, pinky fingers locked. Light breaks through the oak tree in the yard, forming a radiant halo around her head. You let the frame slip from your fingers. It falls away, and so does the room. Next room? Blake lies in bed, scrolling on his phone. You peek your head in. He looks up. He says, he's irritated. You respond. His frown becomes more shallow. So you're leaving, he seems to think. Your face hardens. He shrugs. You shrug. You give something like a wave, and as you depart from the door, Blake falls into a lake of stars. Kitchen? Cockroaches scatter from the footfalls. They feed on the crumbs and medication spilled across the table. They decorate every surface and congeal in the rising water. Open the microwave. You open the microwave door, and there is the head from the lake, eyes closed, like the face of a man only resting. You slam the microwave door shut and leave little pockets behind for the roaches to feel. And then the laundry room. The laundry room scares you, has always scared you. Blue stands in the corner. He peels his forehead from the wall to meet you. He clutches a towel tightly, nervously. Speak to Blue. I wanted to be around, he said. No, it's not what happened, but it's what I wanted. He waits for you to respond. I did too. You were too young to want anything, Kai. You don't remember me at all, like I was never there. Not blaming you for it, just the way it happened to be. He puts his hand on the wall, and the wall begins to dissolve. You don't think that... He looks down at the water spreading across the linoleum tiles. That it'll get bad, but when it does, you don't think there's any other way it can be. That's what gets me. The voided light of the backyard breaks through the wall as he presses his hand more firmly against it. I don't know. I just wish I was there. That's all I wanted to say. The light engulfs your father as the wall rematerializes before you, and the laundry room drops into the depths of Greater New Orleans. The office. The ladder rattles in the closet of the hidden room as you descend into the floodwaters. Million's head hangs limp, her chin a few inches from the water's surface. As you trudge towards her, her shuttered face lifts slowly until her voice twists from it in a gasp of electricity. "Okay, you're awake," she says. A sphere of flickering light strolls behind what remains of her face. "I want to apologize for my behavior earlier." You're a spy." She raises her arms in a gesture like a malfunctioning doll and spreads her fingers out desperately. "It's not what I wanted. Please know it's not what I wanted." Her gestures become small and erratic, spams animated by a deep current of anguish. "You have seen what's inside of my mind, a grove hidden in the blackness of night where a hunter hides." In some moments, the hunter is at the front of my mind, dragging me into a place where the ground glows red and hatred bleeds from it, and I can hardly arrest my limbs for all the infinite spiraling vectors of rage. That is what it can be like in an artificial mind. She lifts her hand from the floodwaters and pokes at her processing core suspended in a delicate gossamer. It glows with effort beyond her shattered faceplate. Here is where the hunter lives, she says. Her vocal pitch twists and splits as she pinches at the granular machine. This is where he listened to your mother. These stars, she swats at the flicking bits of strength and glass that decorate the rim of her face, are his eyes. She shakes her head violently. Crystals of glass drain into the water as it races to find her neck. Where am I then? Does it mean anything when I apologize? The water rises still more to the crown of her head. She continues to speak an indecipherable static. Soon there is no more robot left to flood. You swim through the black water towards the light of the attic as the room sucks down into the suburban depths. Million's face hangs in the fluid of your eyes as you float in the vacuum of New Orleans sky. Well then. Blake! Blake writes desperately in the chair. You see your mom for the first time in 5 years. Her corpse bears almost no resemblance to the woman you remember. We waited only a short while for you, child, and yet it has been an eternity, an evening without an end. You have brought your mother's ring, the jewel of Magdalene, your inheritance. The beauty and goodness of virtue, the beauty and goodness and virtue of this moment floods my ancient heart. Take your seat, Kai. Be with your family. I'm gonna save. I'm gonna save. Just in case. Sit. Well, I did a save, so sure. You approach the chair and glance over to Blake. He watches with dreadful panic eyes. You sit. Very good, child. I know that you both are afraid, but remain strong. You will be rewarded for your courage in the world that awaits. Popo raises at the transcriber in his hand. Garrett, my boy. Garrett, come in, boy. Bruce, answer me. Did your daddy call you home? Bruce! Bruce! Not to worry, Kay. Be with your family. I will return shortly. And then it will be time. Only a moment. This chamber is yours. And there's no leaving it now. Not for you. Not for Blake. Settle into your fate, okay? Yes. Settle in. Popo walks quickly out of the room and through the steel doors at the end of the hall. You immediately spring from your seat. You rush to untangle Blake from the mess of rope and duct tape that binds him to the chair. As you peel the tape from his face, he let out a helpless and exaggerated cry of terror. You see it all in your brother's eyes. You see him exiting the ride share outside the bar. You see the boys in the van. They wait a breath before they jump out and grab him. He screams, he panics. They throw a bag over his head and repeatedly hit him with small extendable batons until they're certain he's unconscious. There is darkness, color, blood, screams, light. He's in a chair, not here, down below. Beyond the door, a riot is unfolding. A gunshot, the sounds of crowds. The old man sits there before him, applying mascara with a small pocket mirror. His face is covered in little plastic jewels. They crack and peel from his face as he smiles. Blake, he says, you're awake. The others turn away as he begins to laugh. The sphere hovers above your mom's head without any apparent motion. Okay, this hasn't changed. You wrap your arms around your mom's corpse and lift her from the throne. She's even lighter than you expected. She feels like a bundle of sticks wrapped in fabric. She smells like orange peels and myrrh. And the spear won't move. Your mom, decayed in your arms, smells of myrrh, masking an intensely sour odor. Well? Ah, you're following. Okay. The blank is gone. Wait, we're jumping? Just like that? Step into the lake? Well, I did give those Mardi Gras beads to the pig man, so he might not eat me. I hope. You approach the railing. Family reunion. Aww. Congrats! Sad face. Aww. You dive after your brother as the ark begins to rock and convulse. You plunge into the familiar sediment of the lake. You grab your mom's wrist as she floats face down into the bayou, dragging her along with you. Blake swims desperately towards land, and for a while you do too, until the old man calls your name. You turn to face the rattling starship. He stands at the opening from which you jumped, wearing a broken frown. The expression deepens into something horrible as the airlock closes around him like the lid of an eye. The ark begins to lift from the ground, sluggishly, with great effort. You hear cries from somewhere in the swamp, screams, angry protestations. All at once, the towering piece of machinery tilts away from you and collapses violently. You exhale and drop deeper into the water as a wall of flame rips across the bayou. You struggle to swim through the depths while hugging your mom with one arm. At last, you arrive at the bank, gasping as you pull her from the water. Blake emerges from the flickering shadows and hoists the corpse awkwardly over his shoulder as you gain your footing in the mud. The terror has not left his face. The two of you stumble towards the refinery that burns on the horizon. That was probably one of the best visual novels. Well, not visual novels, like I guess it has a little bit of visual novel-esque writing, but point-and-click adventures that I ever played. That I guess that's some of the best writing in general. Like, this is it's Disco Elysium level good writing. Obviously not with the same depth of it, because Disco Elysium is a marvel of programming for a studio's first game. Like, hilarious marvel of programming, considering the amount of choices. But the writing is about on par. It also just, it's kind of funny. Like, something about the whole Da Vinci Code plot is hilarious to me personally. But that was actually one of the best point-and-click adventures I've ever played. Also, not gonna lie, absolutely gorgeous pixel art. I don't always like the face. Like the faces kind of look weird to me sometimes, even though they're very well made. But the backgrounds are incredible. Like, the background work is absolutely stunning as well. I'm so glad that I play this. Honestly, I'm very glad that I play this. Anis Alchemy, Diamond, Templar Steel Academia, Mossville When Great Trees Fall, documentary film. Oh. Yeah, that was great. This was great. Are we gonna have like a post game scene, like a post credit scene? Asking, just asking. No. Okay, just the Raw Fear logo. Okay, sure. Just the company and then the developer and the Raw Fear logo. That was great. Honestly, that was yeah, that was great. I don't have any other description for it. Like the writing was fucking incredible. Absolutely best point and click adventure that I ever played, and I played a decent amount. Like it reminds me of some visual novels that I played as well, and also games that use visual novel format for like telling their own stories. Like the cutscenes here are on visual novel style, and then the gameplay is different. There's also that. But yeah, this was pretty great. This was pretty great. And now I have like 2 hours left. Oh, I was hoping the third act was a little longer. Damn. Okay, let's close the game. And let me choose what to play. Because I don't know. I didn't have any plans. That was a mistake. Would you look at that?